Well, guys, it looks like
Alright, we got
TikTok
another
might
Jamari video.
officially be getting
TikTok
banned.
situation is
There's been
insane.
talks about this for a very long time, and now we are
The end
finally
of
seeing the
TikTok.
issue come to a head, and the matter is about to
Oh my gosh, yes, because TikTok is going away. Oh my god.
head to Supreme Court tomorrow. So 9 months ago, the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act was proposed to Joe Biden, who quickly signed this bill.
I just signed into law the national security package that was passed by the House of Representatives this weekend.
Bye, TikTok.
And by the Senate yesterday. It's going to make America safer. It's going to make the world safer. And it continues America's leadership in the world, and everyone knows it.
This was something that both Democrats and Republicans unanimously agreed
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna get into any politics, bro. I'm just gonna watch the video, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack.
that the App Store overall needed more
This is about
regulation
TikTok.
and less foreign involvement, especially from our enemies.
When it comes to media apps like TikTok, we are failing our children and we are failing our country. Why?
Okay, here's what I'll say about TikTok. That whole thing about like if you search something up and then it'll be like one video of what you actually search and everything else is like bitches throwing ass and shit. Yeah, I can see why niggas want this app gone.
Why in the hell would we allow a
Oh
foreign
shit,
failing
on
our
national
country?
TV.
Why in the hell would we allow a foreign adversary like the
Look at the
Chinese
way he
Communist
looked at her.
Party to control a technology platform?
Whoa!
Adversary like the Chinese Communist Party to control a technology platform and key source of information that reaches half of the United States population.
Like I said, TikTok specifically has been on the chopping block for years, as it has long been feared that China is using it as not only a tool to collect data and information on Americans, but also to launch what I see as the new digital war, the war on misinformation. Because of this, TikTok has been viewed as a threat to America's
Yo, misinformation spread on TikTok is nuts.
national
Like more than any other app in the world. The misinformation spread on TikTok is nuts, bro. Because the thing is, bro, and I don't even know if it's all entirely on purpose or if it's like just because a lot of the times, bro, people will see a TikTok. They'll they'll see a TikTok about something that they agree with, and then will literally take it as fact, at face value. They'll take it as fact. And then they'll go around life, 2 million likes on this video. 2 million people will go around life thinking exactly what they saw on this TikTok is fact of life. And it's just misinformation. Now, again, I'm saying the reason I don't know if it's on purpose or not is because maybe this person who made the TikTok is also misinformed, you know? It's bad.
security for quite some time. They even introduced a No TikTok on Government Device Act years ago to combat this potential information theft.
TikTok had to admit that, in fact, they'd been surveilling the locations of specific U.S. reporters that had been writing unfavorable stories about the company.
So basically, the government claims that TikTok got caught with their hands in our cookie jar. I mean, when you sign up on their platform, you do
nuts.
give them access to what you're watching on your phone, how long you're watching it, your private messages, your geolocation, your age, your search and browsing.
That's all a fact, y'all. Look, bro. I know a lot of niggas don't read terms of service, bro. We all just like scroll through, press accept. But I used to make this joke where it's like at a company I work for, I'm not going to say the company because I'm still probably under NDA, so I can't really talk about it, which company, but like they would be signing a what's it called, a agreement form in terms of like terms of service and stuff like that on a brand new product. And I would always make the joke, all right, just go ahead and sign your soul over. And a lot of people would laugh at it, but at the same time, it's like, bro, even though I know the company I worked for wouldn't do that shit for real, because it was, again, I can't say which company, but you never know, bro. We never read those things. We never do. It could be literally saying you're signing your soul over to us. Everything you make from now on is ours. And you're like, accept. You never know.
And even your keystroke data, and even that kind of just scratches the surface of what they can be looking at. Basically, it's kind of like you're leaving your front door open at night, hoping no one peeks in to see what's going on. And with over 170 million Americans currently using their platform on the daily, that is a lot of information they can be gathering. And in them passing that bill I mentioned earlier, they gain the ability to force TikTok
ByteDance?
to cut ties with their Chinese-based parent company ByteDance. It's
Oh,
either
shit.
that, or they can lose all access to their American consumers, and this is something that could go into place as early
Damn, ByteDance lost mad fucking money because of that. I bet, bro. I
as
bet.
January 19th. I mean, they must really feel like China is up to something, as this was classified as an emergency, and the Supreme Court agreed to settle the dispute only 2 days after it was placed on their desk. Now, obviously, some
Wow.
people argue that this is a violation of freedom of speech. While the government says they're concerned with China advancing their own geopolitical interest and spreading misinformation, especially during a time of crisis. And the real worry for the freedom of speech crowd is that this would essentially open the door for the government to target other free speech platforms for the content they carry. I mean, I do have to say, I've seen far more propaganda and complete and utter nonsense
On Twitter.
posted onto Twitter in the last 18 months than I've ever seen on TikTok.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Misinformation on Twitter is crazy too, bro. It's kind of crazy. Wait, is this the part where he was like, "Are you Chinese?" He's like, "Sir, I'm Singaporean,"
And on the other side of things, TikTok has already said back
which
last
was fucking crazy racist, by the way. He kept calling him Chinese, and he kept like, "Sir, I'm Singaporean." And the crazy thing is, like, the composure and the patience he had, outstanding, because this nigga just kept calling him Chinese.
April that they are going to
Even
be
though he
refusing
kept
to
saying,
sell the
like, bro,
company,
I am
and that it would actually
Singaporean.
be impossible for them to do so, with their reasoning being that they do not want to sell their secret sauce that makes their algorithm so addicting. And then to make matters even more interesting, Trump is actually directly opposed to the banning of TikTok,
And you'll never ban TikTok, that's for sure.
I will never ban TikTok.
Thank you.
which
This is crazy.
is the opposite of the stance that he had back in his first term when he actually tried to get it banned.
We're looking at TikTok. We may be banning TikTok. We may be doing some other things. There are a couple of options.
But back then, Biden was actually the one to block the bill once he took office, so they straight up switched positions.
That's nuts.
Pause.
Yeah, bro. Pause on that. That's nasty. Ew. Okay, but no, that's a fact though. But that's, again, I'm not gonna get into politics, but maybe they did that so they can get the favorable vote, bro. Think about it.
Trump actually met with TikTok CEO recently, and he praised the platform as a whole for helping him win the last election.
How do you plan to stop the ban on TikTok next month?
We'll take a look at TikTok. You know, I have a warm spot in my heart for TikTok because I won youth by 34 points. And there are those that say that TikTok had something to do with it.
So now he wants there to be some sort of negotiation
Probably.
once he does take office. I would guess that he wants to use the platform as leverage over China's head, as he has requested that the Supreme Court pause this law's implementation until he actually gets into office. So we're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow, guys. I mean, this is crazy. This news just broke around 30 minutes ago. So I will continue to keep you updated, but y'all make sure you subscribe. I do want to know down below, how much are y'all using TikTok? I think I'm more of a Reels or YouTube Shorts guy myself. But I will say, I do receive completely different content on the different short form platforms.
I will not
and
lie,
Can we just
same
all say
here.
a prayer one time for my guy Jamani and his gambling addiction? Because without TikTok, my guy is done. Either way, y'all know it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and some other platform bannings out here need to be covered, so I'm out.
Yo, you know what's crazy about Jamani, y'all? So I reacted to one of Jamari's videos about Jamani, and Jamani commented on that shit. That shit was so crazy. I was like, this nigga just watches anything about himself, bro. That's crazy. Which is not bad, but damn, that's crazy.